Hey there, it is Alicia from aliciacarlson.com, and today I want to talk to you all about motivation. It can be so hard to get motivated when we have a track record of not showing up for ourselves. This video is specifically for you if you have that habit of not following through with what you say you're going to do for yourself. You might be the person that shows up and does everything that you say you'll do for other people, whether that's parent responsibilities or things that you said you'll do for your spouse or the projects that you've committed to at work. But when it comes to your own goals, your own dreams, your own visions, you just have a really hard time following through. Have you ever found yourself in that place where you know exactly what you should be doing, you know what you should be eating, you just can't seem to be consistent long enough to see the results? That is so common. I mean, it doesn't take very much for us to search Google for the latest diet or the newest workout program to know everything that we should be doing, but for some reason we just can't seem to motivate ourselves to do this. I want to give you some practical tools and strategies that you can start using today to start getting yourself in that habit, in that place of showing up for yourself. Motivation is like a muscle. The more action you take, the more you are showing up for yourself, the more motivated you will feel. One of the biggest mistakes I see women making is that they wait until they feel motivated to take action. That is completely backwards. It is when you start to take that action, whether it's messy, whether it's imperfect, you just show up and you commit to taking the action day after day after day, even on those days that you don't feel like it. That is when you will actually see motivation turn on. It's important to note there, though, that really it all does kind of come back to the heart. If you're motivated to work on certain goals from a place of punishment or not feeling like you're enough, then that really isn't going to be the thing that kind of motivates you. The times that I've been the most motivated to reach my own personal goals, whether it was fitness related or business wise, is when I'm doing it from a place of excitement, a place of joy, a place of already feeling like I'm enough, even if I don't reach those goals. You might be the person that shows up for everybody else, but when it comes time to showing up for yourself, you flake. You've got to change this if you ever want to create sustainable, consistent habits that will drive to those goals. Would you trust a friend that never showed up? You have to kind of start thinking of yourself as being that friend for yourself. If you have that track record of not showing up, then it's no wonder that you feel like you're lacking confidence or belief in yourself that you can actually do something. The good news is that you can change that. Even if you just commit to taking one small action today and you commit to doing it daily, you will start to build that motivation. You will start to build that belief in yourself once again. You need to be that person that if you say you're going to do something for yourself, that you actually do it. If you say that you're going to start a new workout program, then start the workout program. Clear that spot in your calendar and get in the habit of doing it. Again, it's all about the heart that's driving that action to begin with. But you want to pick something, you want to pick an action that you're actually excited to take. So if you dread going to the gym and you dread doing a certain type of workout, committing to that is probably not the right action step for you. Instead, think about ways that you actually enjoy moving your body or places that you enjoy moving your body. Maybe it's at home, maybe it's not a gym. So find what makes you excited, and that's the action that you need to take. You want to start small. You want to commit to action items that almost seem too easy to complete. If you were to ask yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 how excited or how likely you would be to see that through, if you're not at least an 8 or a 9, you need to back it up and make it a little bit simpler. Remember, right now, it is all about just building the habit of consistently showing up for yourself. Think about it this way. If you set a goal for yourself to hit the gym 6 days a week and you have a habit of not going at all, would you feel more motivated if you set that high goal of 6 days a week for 60 minutes each time and only went once or twice? Or would you feel better and feel more motivated if you set a smaller goal, maybe of getting in 20 minutes of workout or 20 minutes of movement 3 days a week until you can start to build up? Sometimes we don't show up for ourselves because we simply don't value ourselves enough. That was a place that I used to live all the time. I would set these goals for myself, often from a place of feeling like once I had that goal, once I achieved that thing, whether it was a weight loss goal or I landed the perfect spouse, then that would be the thing that would give me the happiness, the joy, it would add value to my life. So I was working on these goals from that negative place of needing those things to add that to me. When you can kind of flip that around and you start pursuing your goals because you already know that you are lovable the way that you are, you're worthy, you're enough, that is going to change the energy around the goals that you're setting and the actions that you're taking. You might not feel like you're worth showing up for, but that is a flat out lie. You are on this earth, you were created for a reason. And it is time to start squashing those lies that are holding you back from showing up for yourself. Whether that's you don't feel important, you don't feel like you're worth it, you don't have the time, whatever those excuses are, it is time to throw those out. We've all tried to reach certain goals in the past and have fallen short. The thing that matters most is what you do after that. Are you going to pick yourself up and try again, or are you going to chalk it up as to you are a failure and you're not ever going to reach the goals that you want? I can tell you that second way of thinking isn't going to get you very far. Here are 3 tips that you can use to start showing up for yourself in a bigger, better, and more consistent way. Tip number 1, identify why you struggle with consistency. Why do you think you have a hard time showing up for yourself? Do you feel like any of those reasons are truly valid? Tip number 2, we kind of already touched on this one, but I want you to pick some small action items that you feel confident that you can commit to doing. Rate those actions on a scale of 1 to 10, and remember, if you're not at least an 8 or a 9, you need to think about making that action item feel a little bit easier, a little bit simpler, whatever it is. Tip number 3, schedule these actions into your calendar. For most of us, whatever's on the calendar is what gets done. So whether that's those doctor's appointments or getting your kids to certain activities or girls' night out, you've got to start scheduling these other things that are important to you as well, like when you're going to move your body, what you're going to do for that. Are you going to go grocery shopping so that you can fill your kitchen with foods that are going to fuel your body and nourish your body? Spending time meal prepping. So all of those things, whatever those action items are that you've identified for yourself, you've got to get those into the calendar to make sure they happen. Remember, motivation is a muscle, so the more consistent you are taking action, the more motivated you're going to feel. But you've got to start somewhere. You've got to start small. You've just got to get in the habit of showing up for yourself. And that gets easier to do the more we do it. So don't set yourself up for failure by setting all of these huge goals and really placing these high expectations on yourself that just create pressure and overwhelm. Instead, think about what you can realistically commit to doing consistently. And it's over time, you're going to start to feel more motivated. And as you start to be consistent with those habits, the longer you're consistent, the more results you're going to see. And those results are going to just continue to fuel that motivation. But when you overcommit yourself and you underdeliver, you don't see those results. And as a result of that, you start to feel less motivated. And then it becomes really easy to, again, stop showing up for ourselves. I'm going to link to a PDF that walks you through those 3 tips and that exercise to get you set up so that you can start getting in the habit of showing up for yourself today. You can go ahead and find that link in the description below. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Go ahead and click that link, get that download. I want you to take some time to go through these tips, set yourself up for success within these next 24 hours. So you can either listen to this or watch this video again, or like I said, you can get your hands on your own PDF by clicking the link in the box below. Have a great rest of your day and get out there, take some messy action, and just get in the habit of showing up for yourself.